TTD is losing players. Now, whenever I joined this game, it has around like 55 to 58,000 players. Now that's good. Don't get me wrong, that's good. Most Roblox games, a lot of Roblox games don't even have 10,000 players that are like average, average. And this game has like over 50,000, which is still good. However, the average amount of players that were online, like 2 months ago, was over 100,000. That is almost, this game lost almost half of its average player base. Half! When you put it that way, that's bad. This game lost half its players. This game lost half its average players. Well, at least almost. This game lost almost half its average players. Its average player count. Which is bad. Now, there's a few reasons. And there are also problems in this game that, like, people don't really talk about. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some of those, as well as main reasons why people quit this game. Just overall, I'm just going to spend this entire video going over problems this game has. Now, this first problem is a problem you might not think, but they are adding too many mythics. Like, dude, it is so hard. When they add a new mythic, it's so hard to get it. Like, because there's so many. Like, back in, like, the older days of TTD, there was only, like, 3 mythics. Then they added a 4th one, and for a while, there was, like, 4 mythics you could summon. But then they added, like, a ton of new mythics, so now there's, like, 10. So, whenever they add a new mythic, you just gotta pray to God. First off, when the update comes out, it's guaranteed there. But then you just gotta hope that you have enough to actually summon it. You can actually hope summoning it. But if you can't, whenever you join, you just gotta pray to dear God that it's up, that the new mythic is up and you summon it. And because these new mythics are so hard to get, because there's so many of them, and the mythic up can be anything, that makes these new mythics very valuable. Although people could still get them, like right now, this guy trading Mace Cameraman Woman has that. Since they're hard to get, they are valuable. Like one time, when I placed this, like when I first showed them like a while ago, like when the Mace Cameraman was like at 100,000, someone put it up. I put up a Mech Bunny Titan, a godly that you can't get anymore. The 106,000 that exists, and he told me to add. And I put it up as a joke, and he still told me to add. Yeah. So, and I'm curious, what for Mace Cam? I'm curious what this guy will say. This is actually really good. Just Mace Cam. I'm curious, because this is like literally perfect, because I really wanted to see what he'll put. Just to like really show you how like overvalued these new mythics are, because they're so hard to get these days. Just Mace. What do you want for Just Mace? Sinister Tiny TV Man. Alright. That's a mythic. Bro just had Sinister Tiny TV Man. A mythic that you can't get anymore. Okay, for real though, there's way more Sinister Tiny TV Men than Mace, so that might actually be kind of a fair trade, which is a problem. Bro, the Sinister Tiny TV Man, a mythic that's been gone for like months at this point, should not be worth more than a mythic that you summon. However, it's just way hard to get. Or what? Please tell me. Tiny He said something fair, and then he went to like Tiny Goldman. That's a bad trade. None of those are good. Okay, I'm just gonna see if he'll go with this. I'm gonna put my Mech Bunny. This. Okay, he said okay. Alright. He said okay. So, at least it's not worth insane. But dude, the offers this guy was trying to get for this mythic was honestly just kind of bad. Like, in my opinion, like, this mythic should not be worth more. Especially since it's already been a while since the update. I don't know. It just really shouldn't be worth more than, for instance, the Sinister. Like, I know it's still fairly new. I know that. I feel like it really shouldn't be worth more. Like, I feel like new mythics these days are just too valuable. Okay, whether or not you agree with me on that problem, it's up to you. However, now we got another problem. This is a problem you all are thinking, so I'm just going to shout it out. Too greedy. This game is too greedy. All the new units that this game adds that aren't mythics are exclusives. I feel like these days, when there's a new unit, it's either a mythic or an exclusive. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, okay, fine. I know that these days, like, I know that's kind of hard for Philanthropic and everyone's, like, really come up with ideas. And if he made all new exclusives, he adds mythics, the problem would be even worse than it is. And I'm glad that they didn't make the scientist guy also a mythic. That would have sucked. Or godly, because he's way too weak to be a godly, but, you know, well, not way, actually, but, you know, he's, considering the UTC exists, yeah, he's too weak to be a godly. Honestly, though, these guys could have been, you could have made no, nah, I say they're too weak, but, I will say, though, dude, come on, man, why are they, it's either mythics or exclusives, they're adding so many exclusives to this game, and they're really good, like this guy is goated, same with this guy, actually, this guy kind of sucks, so is this guy at this point. Actually, he's actually pretty good for the amount of money you have to spend. I just said he's pretty good for the amount of money you have to spend. I feel like after they added this guy, though, he costs a lot less, but he costs a bit more than this guy. Over this Blast Right, he might actually be better. However, honestly, though, there's just too many exclusives. Like, why? Here's what I have to ask. Why couldn't they have made it so that at least one of these two new units, preferably this guy, because I feel like the mythic problem's a bit worse than the exclusive problem, why couldn't they made at least one of these two new units been a unit you get for getting a certain rank in the event pass? Why? Why couldn't they? Why couldn't they made it so that, like, when you get to rank 5, besides getting the perk you're already going to get for getting rank 5, you could have got the jetpack mace. Or maybe they could have made one of them be for getting rank 10. It could have been pretty powerful, since it's really hard to get to rank 10, so they could have made, like, a really powerful unit. However, it would have at least been free to play, and it would have been actually easy. It would have actually been realistic to get. It would have taken a lot of grinding. However, it would have actually been a realistic unit you could get. If they could have done that, then the unit problem, the mythic problem and exclusive problem wouldn't be as bad. Alright, so I talked about two problems. Now let's talk about, I'm going to go over something that I feel like isn't talked about enough. People talk about how the game is becoming pay to win. However, I honestly think that there's a problem way worse than that. This is my opinion. This is just a theory. But I think something that's causing way worse trouble is just the game is kind of repetitive. Like, honestly, though, when you join, it's the same thing over and over and over again. And while someone like me, as long as they're not binging a TV show, can enjoy that, they can enjoy the same old thing for a long time, there are people who can't. Not everyone is okay with, like, playing a game for, like, not everyone is, like, okay with, like, playing the same thing over and over again, just grinding a certain thing over and over again to get stuff. Like, for instance, endless mode. For the most part, even though it is endless, for the most part, it's still a very predictable game. And once you devise a strategy, you stick with that strategy the entire game. You don't really do anything different. You don't really do anything that interesting. It's just the same thing over and over again until you finally get a rank. And then, the experience is still basically the same. So it's just the same experience. At this point, the main fun thing with the game is definitely trading your units, which I guess is still pretty fun. However, just the main core aspect of the game, the main thing that made this game popular, the main point of this game is just kind of repetitive. But not to mention that, like, once you get a unit like Leprechaun, Nightmare mode is like a piece of cake, and endless mode, it depends on the unit slot you have. You have a predicted number you can reach to the unit slot you have, but besides those things, this game is kind of repetitive, not to mention the pay-to-win fact, the mythic fact. So I think it's not too hard to see why people are leaving this game. Oh yeah, there's one more really massive reason. This reason is massive. They don't really update this game very much. Like, back when the game first came out, there was update, it was so fast. Every month there was like so many updates. And now, dude, bro, okay, so in between the Astro update and the Endless Rank update, It was like 3 weeks, almost a month. A month. And the Astro update was such a small update. All that it was like the Astro. That was nothing. So in between the first like actual update, like the last like actual update, and the Endless Mode, the last actual update before Endless Ranks and Endless Ranks was almost 2 months. Dude, that you cannot expect your player base to keep playing this game. It's already established, just kind of repetitive, and just not updated. You can't expect that. You can't expect players to play a game that's already kind of repetitive, and then just like not have them play it. And just like not update it. So first, they need to update more. Secondly, maybe add some more unique things to do. Third, please make there be some new ways to get units. Like, please, just have there anything. Just have there be ways to get units besides buying and summoning. Like, please. We'd all be grateful if you did those things. And if they did, then I do believe that players could come back. They could make this game have the 100,000 average players it used to have. We just have to make some changes. Anyway, that's all. This video was relatively short. Sorry for lack of uploads recently. The Maze Woman's up, so I'm definitely playing Endless Mode right after this, but, actually I might play one more just so I can get, but, anyway though, sorry for lack of uploads. I haven't been uploading because I was binging Psych, and I'm gonna make a Good to Evil video on that show pretty soon. I heard it was just like Monks, so I watched it, and I watched the entire thing because I got really into it, and I will be making a Good to Evil on that video either Monday or Tuesday, or maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday, but most likely either Monday or Tuesday, and that's probably going to be the next video I make. So stay tuned for that if you even know what Psych is, because most of you probably don't. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you like my channel, if you liked what you saw, maybe check out another one. There should be a video right down here, or right down here. Or maybe hit the subscribe button. There should be that here or there. So anyway, that's all. And maybe if you like the video, like it, because then the algorithm will show this to more people. Anyway, that's all. Goodbye.